Hello again and welcome to yet another video in Tangled Revelry, where threads and thoughts entwine. My God, how many mistakes have I made in this one piece? How did I manage to do that? Look at that. It doesn't look how it is supposed to be looking. I don't know exactly what have I done. That will be a mystery. Okay, I need to untangle it. I mean, honestly, this is not something I planned. What did I do here? Okay, two things. One, the unexpected. I just noticed this mistake now as as I was recording. My intention was to expand on the previous video where I talked to you about how society rushes us in life and how we are being programmed by our needs, other humans around us, to be fast in everything we do. But unfortunately, I don't think that this will be this video's thematic, because this mistake here, gives me an excellent opportunity to talk to you about patience, especially the type of patience that crafting teaches the crafters. So that's what we will do now. And if I remember it and I don't forget it, then in another video, in another day, I will expand to you about rushing. Now, mistake. So what I was doing is I kept building blocks here. I shouldn't. I should build blocks that way. What do? We frog. Boop, boop, boop. You see how I destroy what I made until I will go back and I find my mistake. I found my mistake. So what I did is here, instead of continuing that way, I started going back and back and back and back. Anyway, what you witnessed right now is something that every crafter hates. Now, perhaps I make the mistake because while I am working, I'm talking as well, which is normal. And thankfully, I saw it early. So as you saw, I didn't have to destroy too much of my work. But sometimes it is the case that we realize the mistake much, 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 much later, especially when or if we work while we are being lost in our thoughts. And then we must destroy our work and go back to the mistake and fix it. Now, this gives me the opportunity to talk about several things. One, fixing our mistakes. It is never, never late to fix a mistake. What it usually happens is that the longer we leave the mistake, the harder will be fixing it. And that applies both in fiber arts, but also in life. Because let me tell you a secret, sometimes to me that happens especially when I create big projects like blankets, carpets, etc. Yes, I do create blankets. I have attempted to create a carpet. I know how to do it. I never completed it. But the notion of forgetting a project or not working, not completing it, it's another topic. For today, we will talk about mistakes. So yes, when the project, because this is a small project, but if I make a dress or if I make a blanket, sometimes I see the mistake and I pretend I don't. I say, leave it. Nobody will see it. As I mentioned in the first video, yes, every crafted item, everything that has been handmade has a mistake, but only one mistake, right? So sooner or later, that mistake bugs me and I have to go back and fix it. Also, in some occasions, like what was happening now, if I continued and didn't fix the mistake, that wouldn't have a triangular shape. At the end, this would, you know, would have to be either destroyed or thrown away. So it's never too late to fix your mistakes. Do not punish yourself in insisting to remain in unpleasant circumstances because of your mistakes. And again, whatever I say here is for the purpose of entertainment. I do not offer you life advice, but I offer reflective monologues. When I say life mistakes, this can be anything, can be a way that you spoke to someone. You know, sometimes when we are under stress, we might communicate with people we love in an unpleasant manner. And then we realize it. Oh, trust me, you know, and I know we do. But sometimes we feel shy, we feel uncomfortable to actually own to our mistake and apologize. Let me tell you from experience that this can have devastating results. It is okay to accept that you made a mistake. We are mortals. We are imperfect. Part of our imperfection is to make mistakes. Humans err, right? So when you make a mistake, fix it. The sooner, the better. Because the same way that you feel uncomfortable in the best case scenario, or sad, or guilty about your mistake, all these unpleasant, they're not bad feelings. There are no bad feelings, but there are unpleasant feelings. So while these unpleasant feelings grow inside you for your mistakes, they also grow on other people around you. So the sooner, the better. Exactly like what I did here. You see, now that I fixed the mistake, you see, it continues beautifully. So the next time that you will make a mistake, go and fix it. And sometimes fixing the mistake will correct a wrongdoing in you. Sometimes the mistake is not the way we treat others, but the choices we made for ourselves. Let's say you go and you order something to eat, and for whatever reason, you order something that eventually you don't like. The logic will say that you made a mistake, now you have to accept the consequences and eat what you ordered. But you know what? Sometimes you don't have to. It is better for you to throw away what you order and order something. And I'm not talking only about food. Our choices are not limited in food. This was a simplistic example. It can be a choice of a degree, right? If you chose to study something that, you know, you imagined it differently and then it comes out unpleasant and torturous, you don't have to stay in this degree. If you chose a partner that proves to be unpleasant or torturous, you don't have to punish yourself and stay with this choice. You can always correct your mistake. Your life is meant to be beautiful and smooth. And like this shawl, if you correct your mistake, yes, it will take some time, more effort, but later on, when you will look at your life, you'll be very proud and very happy. And you know what? Later on, you will even forget about this mistake. It will not matter. It is important when the mistake is so, how can I say it, so crucial to affect your quality of life. It is advisable to correct it as soon as possible, both based on love for others, but most importantly, for love for yourself. And with this one, this topic that came out of nowhere by itself, it manifested. Perhaps some of you out there needed to listen to that. I will finish this video and I will start recording the actual video I intended to record. Note to self, I should make a video where I will have a reflective monologue about the unforeseen that comes to our lives. Anyway, for now from me, have a lovely rest of your day or your night. Live peacefully, have a peaceful life, and most importantly, never forget, slow life. That is all from me for now. Until the next video.